I don't know why I did that. It's fucking January, boy. Oh, it's cold. These was getting impatient, but I'm that guy that will... You know them ones? Anyway, I'm pale as fuck. What's going on here? I get sunbeds. I spend 20 quid on sunbeds a week and I look like this. I look like shit. Don't know if this camera's zoomed in. Okay. Hey, just calm down for a second, alright? Today is the 12th of January 2022. 12's my lucky number, so I'm hoping it will be a good day today. And this guy is annoying me. Shut your mouth and stop crying like a little bitch. You're meant to be a big dog, not a little pussy boy. Alright? Don't get a German Shepherd if you can't deal with it. Like sometimes I can just deal with it, I close my eyes and tell myself, look, just deal with the vocalness that comes with that twat. But at the same time, it makes my blood boil, and when I'm in a bad mood or feeling like shit, I want to swing for the fucker. Obviously I'm not going to swing for a dog, but I feel like I want to swing for the fucker. So today we've got legs, first session back on the usual sort of volume, which I'm excited for. I fucking hate lower volume thresholds, they're boring. I feel like I'm not doing enough, and I just want to do more and do more. Kind of almost brings back what I was like on prep for me. But yeah, I'm excited. Slowly taking advantage of the rest of the next couple of weeks or month. Yeah, prep starts soon, boy. So weights. Okay, update. So 4 days post-COVID, if you want to call it that. And I feel like normal with myself, you know. I feel like I haven't got that fatigue that I was carrying last week. I haven't got that bunged up nose, like I've got a load of congestion here. I still have a little bit of congestion, but nowhere near as much as before. The only thing I feel at the moment, and this is quite weird me saying out loud in the middle of a field, is I've got like a metally sort of taste in the back of my mouth, and it almost kind of tastes like vagina. Like if you ever taste like a metally vagina, it tastes like that a bit. Now I'm guessing that's a symptom of COVID. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what the right term is for it. Metallic? Fuck knows. I was gonna say metallic. It's not the right word, is it? I mean, if it was pum pum, I'd shut up and just crack on with it. But when I haven't got pum pum in my mouth, I'm a bit like, this doesn't taste great, you know? Certain situations, this is good. I like this sort of taste, but right now, as I'm walking the dog at 8 o'clock in the morning with smelly breath, it's just not what I want, you know? I don't know if anyone else had like a metal sort of texture in their mouth from COVID, or whether I've been just licking too much pum pum. And I'll be honest as well, getting COVID has made me consider getting the jabs, just because of how it made me feel. This was the first time I've got COVID. I don't know whether it's just my first time is always going to be the worst time. If I'm going to feel like that every time I get COVID, I'd rather just fucking get a jab. You know, I'd rather get a jab and be healthier, because I was fucked. I'll just be honest there. I haven't got my jabs for the reason, just feeling pressured when it all came out. You know, I was getting letters from the NHS, you're going to miss out on this, you're going to miss out on that. I'm not anti-vaccine at all. You know, if anything, if it's going to help bring some sort of immunity, if it's going to help improve people's quality of life, then I don't give a shit what anyone does. As long as it's benefiting you in a positive way, then do it. But at the same time, I felt really pressured, and I like to make my own decisions based upon how it makes me feel. I don't like just I don't want to call it jumping on the bandwagon, because I don't believe it's that. I believe it's just, you know, I am entitled to what I want to do with my body. It's my life, and I make those decisions. So I'm that sort of person, as weird as it sounds. I'm sure there are many people out there in a similar boat to me. I'm thinking, obviously, this year I want to travel abroad. I haven't been abroad since my 21st birthday, which was back in 2018, nearly 4 years ago. And I'm thinking, you know, I want to compete next year at the this year, sorry, at the Worlds. So I think, you know, getting my jab is going to be way more hassle if I don't have my jabs and try and get into America. Could you imagine? Follow me on Instagram, you will know what's going down. Let me just zoom in here. Can you see that on the fucking fence there? That is Diesel's biggest enemy. It's a bloody squirrel. He hates him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him drop back down, because there's like obviously seeds or nuts there that he's going to eat. There we go. Here's the opportunity. That's it, boy. That's it. He gets so angry when he can't fucking... He's never caught a squirrel. I don't know what he's going to do if he actually does one day. But he gets angry with his toy. He takes his anger out on the toy, bless him. Look here. Go on, lad. Watch him. That's it. You watch him. 1, 2, now we go. Yes! Yes! All fucking day. I still always pre-workout, sit down, watch some YouTube or people that are doing the same exercises as me, and I kind of like to visualize what I'm going to be doing in that session as well. Try it, honestly. It sounds so hippie, like sitting there watching people on YouTube training the same sort of session that you're going to be doing. For me, it inspires me, you know. You do get content with where you're at, and you think that you are working hard enough, and you think that you are almost kind of like not Billy Big Bollocks, I never think I'm Billy Big Bollocks, but I have in the past gone, I've got stronger, so that means I'm quite good now. And then sometimes when you watch someone do like a 5-plate side hack squat on the Cybex hack, you're thinking, I've got so much more work to do. So fucking work harder, Georgie boy. Honestly, I love it. I love it. I'm never satisfied, you know, that's why I'm probably quite harsh on myself most of the time, because I always want more. But that makes me want to push harder, you know, that makes me say, well, George, you know, you're doing well, but you could always do better. And that's something that you guys can replicate too. You can always do better with your training, with your nutrition, whatever it might be. There's always room for improvement, no matter how perfect it might be at the moment. So, it's leg day. It's fucking leg day. I got Cybex fucking hack day today. Come on, Georgie boy. Fucking bring this, you little twat. Innit, we're gonna fucking bring it, Diesel, yeah? Speak. Speak. Yes, we're gonna fucking bring it. First proper session back and the introduction of a little bit of caffeine again. So I'm gonna take half a scoop of MV Pre. I'm gonna take a full scoop of the non-stim from Accent and Sledge. So usually on a leg day, like at the moment, peak off season for me, if I have too much caffeine, especially on a leg day, it just fucks my appetite. My appetite for the rest of the day is shockingly bad, to the point where I'm like force feeding myself. I don't know what that is. I think it might be down to, obviously, one, my heart rate is so elevated when I'm training legs. Like I'm so fucked that it just, you've had that before where you train legs really, really hard and your appetite is just shit afterwards. It's a bit like that for me. So I need to be very moderate with my caffeine intake, especially on a leg day. Push days and pull days seem to be fine. They don't seem to bother my appetite at all. It's just the leg days at the moment. But I still do believe caffeine gives me a bit of a kick up the arse sometimes, and I'm quite sensitive to it, just with how low I have my stim intake throughout the week. You know, I don't drink coffee, very rarely have any drinks unless I need to, so. Alright, see you later. Love you. Different scenery today. If you've been following the channel for 4 years now, I used to train at this gym way before, like even competing. This was like my first ever gym that I went to. The first gym I went to was Pure Gym. I did my first year of training at Pure Gym. I then thought, fuck this, I'm gonna go to more of a bodybuilding style gym. I was a little bit intimidated going to those sort of gyms because everyone was bigger and I was thinking they're gonna be more intimidating. But generally, from my experience, bigger people are much nicer, much more genuine. I'm glad I made that decision very early in my training journey or career, if you want to call it that. So yeah, we're going back to my old routes today for leg day, and I want to take advantage of the Mark 1 Cybex hack that they've got here, which is 5 minutes away from my fucking house. Leg day is going to be at this gym now, and push and pull is going to remain at Physique's gym. Also, just to mix up the environment a little bit as well. I like going to gyms that are slightly different environment, different equipment, and also as well, on top of that, I ain't gonna bullshit you, my leg days, they take a big chunk out of my day. I'm traveling 30 minutes to Physique's gym, 30 minutes back, that's already an hour out of my day just traveling. I train 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours on a leg day as well. So I'm just trying to be a little bit more time efficient this year and spend time, obviously training, putting in the quality work, but also spending time outside of training, putting in more effort into my work and my clients, coaching, that sort of stuff. So I think, yeah, I think that's simply all I need to do, because I'm getting busier and I can't afford to be spending 3, 4, 5 hours at the gym in one day, you know, just because I get behind on work. Looking forward to it. Gonna get on the Cybex hack. I'll show you around. They've upgraded it a little bit since I last went there, so it should be all fun. Somebody upset, I'm gonna have man fuming. He was with me putting loud on a blue slim after the crowd ain't picking and choosing. Leave man red, but you know it's a blue thing. I don't know the words to this one, so I'm fucked.
No one on earth can stop me. Up front in the field like Omri, swing big shanks and I do my fuck. Punch hard one man's cocky, bossy, and I got bad ones. You beat my back, so you died as a catch. They all wanna know how I'm living. I made enough rats and fuck enough women, attempted murder. Fuck enough women, innit?
Fuck so many girls I do, like I've lost count. That's a joke, by the way. Jesus Christ, have I got COVID still? I ain't got a fucking clue. Either way, we're gonna train. I just don't know. I've given up with that shit. What I was gonna say to you, yes, so we are back at the South Bedfordshire Mecca, which is Iron Body's gym. So I'm going to break down the session now because I can't. There's no like anywhere. There's no place to sit in the gym, so I'll just have to sit in the car. That brings back memories, man. I used to sit here with Nathan Beck in the car. We used to go in before. We used to have a little chat before we went into the gym and talked about training and shit.
Struggled on that 100. It was just a good day for that kind of thing, but everything else was good apart from that. So post workout, I have a scoop of unflavoured My Protein powder. It's about 32 grams that was, and I'm going to add 250 grams of vanilla milk to it.
Yeah, good times, man. Brings back memories just sitting here. Better car now this time. I used to have my Peugeot 107 last time. Obviously got the Audi now. Come on, little upgrades in life. Start off with my usual sort of adductor, seated hamstring curl, leg extension. Then I'm going to go to the Cybex hack. Then I'm going to go on to the horizontal, the pendulum leg press, which I like to call it. I don't know what the actual technical term for it is, but it's a pendulum leg press in my opinion. And then I'm going to go on to a dumbbell split squat. Then I'm going to go on to calf raise, and then I'm going to finish off with a little bit of biceps at the end and a little bit of core work potentially. So yeah, this session should be pretty efficient. I came here last week, so I have numbers that I already plan on beating today. I feel pretty good. I've just taken the pre-workout, so hopefully things go all well. And like I said, I'm just not going to overcomplicate it. I've got that sort of sinking anxiety feeling in my stomach right now. I don't know why. I don't know why I've got that. Maybe just because I'm nervous to go on the Cybex hack. Back in 2019, my prep, I did my first half or most of my prep in this gym. And I remember on that Cybex hack, I used to sit there for about 20-25 minutes preparing myself to do my top set. I couldn't force myself to do it. I don't know why. I just knew that it was just going to be a battle, to the point where it used to make me cry, which sounds a bit soppy, sounds a bit like, fuck off, George, you dickhead, crying over a machine. But I used to sit there and get so anxious about doing it. So hopefully now, obviously, more body fat behind me. It's been a couple of years since I've done that. I'm going to go in there with more confidence, more anger, more synovial fluid around the joint, more cushion around the joints in general. So I should be able to be a lot stronger than what I was before. So it'll be interesting to see where I'm at in terms of the Cybex hack. And what's a respectable number on the Cybex hack? I'd probably say, like, if you're doing like 5 plates a side on the Cybex, I think that's impressive. That's like, whoa, okay, you're pretty good. But I would say 4 plates is okay. 3 plates is all right. But I would say certainly, like, if you're doing 5 plus, you're pretty strong on a Cybex hack. I think that's certified strength. Certified strength? What the fuck, George? Get this last little bit down me. Get into that fucking gym. Stop talking about fucking... Listen, you're a little twat. Going to the gym, you're too fucking small still. Anyway, 8 to 10 weeks to fucking get huge. And then prep starts and little skinny boy George is going to come out to play. Oh! So, Atlantis pendulum V squat, you want to call it that? I don't know, squat machine. You've got the famous Cybex hack that I'll be using today. 45-degree leg press, Cybex kneel-in hamstring curl. We've got the classic walrus glute drive, standing calf raise, seated calf raise. A really unique. I like this machine. I used it when I was here the other day. It's a very unique Kanata sort of overhead extension machine. Fucking big old piece, I tell ya, for just a tricep overextension, but never seen one of those before. And then obviously we got the, I like to call it the pendulum leg press. One of my favourites, which I'll be definitely using today as well. Right, so starting off with the Life Fitness Abductor machine. Now if you've got one of these pieces, the stack's quite light. Like, I must admit, I could probably stack this for 30 reps. So I've not got a gym pin. I left my gym pin in another gym. I don't even know who has that. So whoever's got that, can I have it back, please? No mojo. So I just have to make do in terms of making the intensity methods a little bit harder. So maybe add in some pauses in the length and range, maybe a pause in the contraction. But I'm just going to go for like 30 reps really plus on this if I can. And then maybe add in like a tensify, like a drop set, a muscle ramp, a rest pause, sorry. But yeah, when it's light, you kind of have to make do with what you've got and just make it as hard as you possibly can. And that's with every exercise. You shouldn't be making it as hard as you can, not easier. And something like this, where I know I'm going to be able to stack it for 30 reps. It would be handy to have a gym pin, but I don't really want to put weight on top of it and break it, because this is my gym. That was 2 sets, and I did 54 reps in total over those 2 sets, and my adductors are fucked.
Like I've not really ever done like 30 reps on an adductor, and I'm walking around. Have you ever had really like pumped adductors? You walk around like you're fucking bowling it, like you shit yourself. And realistically, I'm just pumped to shit all in here, which isn't a bad thing. So maybe just the novelty of doing some high rep stuff might force some new adaptations in the adductors. And like I always say, like if you want big fucking legs, the adductors give you that illusion of a bigger, thicker leg. Look at JP, trained by JP, Jordan Peters. His legs are fucking big because his adductors are just so much circumference, if that makes sense. Right, so hamstring curls done, unreal. Life Fitness hamstring curls are fucking nice. So smooth as well, and I was stacking that for a set of about 6, which I can't remember ever doing before at this gym. What I'm gonna do when I get back home is I'm gonna look through my old logbooks, because I've got logbooks from like 5 years ago. So I'm gonna look at what I was doing previously here, because I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere, and see if I've actually got any stronger. Moving on to the seated leg extension now, or leg extension. You don't do standing leg extensions, do you, twat? I struggle to connect with my quads on any leg extension, don't know why. So something that I'm incorporating probably from today is just getting a pump before doing my working sets, kind of almost like pre-exhausting it. I would rather that than focus on just moving weight from A to B and not feeling anything at all. So gonna get a good pump, gonna do loads of warm-up sets just to kind of get some blood flow in there, good contractions, and still try and progress my working sets, but just being more mindful about just connecting. Because I don't know, I just struggle for whatever reason with leg extensions. I don't know if it's the machine, my setup. So just trying to get a good pump today is what I'm focused on. Just a quick one before I start my leg extension set. If you find yourself struggling to like lock into a leg extension, wear some straps, or you may have watched my TikTok where I designed a seat belt with a band. So that works as well if you are struggling to connect. But today I haven't got my bands on me, so I'm just going to use the straps around the handles, get locked in. I must admit, I'm a little bit pissed off with my top set. As you can see, I went for 4 plates and I got like 1 rep. Last time I did 4 plates here, I got 5 reps. And the best I've ever done is 4 plates for 7. So, as you can see, of course I'm gonna be frustrated with that. Like, I need to take into consideration that I've had COVID for the past, 11 days of this year now. I've lost about 5 pounds in scale weight. I'm not feeling 100% at the moment, or 110%. So, for what it is, I'm not going to worry too much about it. However, you know me, you follow the channel now, you know that I always want fucking more and I'm never satisfied with that shit. So I'm going to be honest with myself and drop it down to 3 plates and just try and rep it out for as many as I can, get some momentum with it, because I've lost a little bit of momentum with the Cybex hack and it's not something that I use on a daily basis. So I'm confident I'll be up to 4 plates very, very soon again and I'll be surpassing where I was originally. But today is just one of those days where you have to take a step backwards, unfortunately, and just be honest with yourself, which is fine. sorry, pendulum leg press. The best leg press. Oh, I can't fucking talk, can I, you retard? What I was saying is that this is the best leg press probably in the game, in my opinion. The reason why I say that is this sort of horizontal sort of press that you can do. You can take it all the way there to failure safely, whereas on a 45-degree leg press, chances are you're gonna fucking bottom out. Whereas this, the bottom of it is where you start, basically. So if you've got this, use it. You can take it to full muscular failure safely. So yeah, good piece of kit, good piece of kit. I'm fucked, as you can see, I can't even fucking talk properly. Look at me. Come on in. My cues for this particular exercise is I like to have my feet really, really low on the platform. I like to keep the seat as far forward as possible. It would probably be beneficial and helpful for me to get a fucking spot on the first rep, because the first rep is like the hardest rep ever. However, what you did see is I took it there. I took it all the way there and I couldn't perform anymore, so I took it for 6 reps. Last time I got 7 on that. So again, 1 rep down, but like I said earlier, take the COVID situation. It's not too bad, 1 rep off from last time. Oh, just there's such a unique feeling on my quads, this exercise. It's so different to like a 45-degree leg press, and I absolutely love it. And my legs are crippled afterwards. So, like I said about 4 fucking times now, you got this piece of kit in your gym, fucking use it. I'd say calves are my stronger point, like genetically they're quite big, look, there's like a fucking jacket potato. I think my best advice for calf training is spend time at the bottom. So obviously you've got dorsiflexion, which is at the bottom here, where toes are pointing up, and you've got plantar flexion, where toes are pointing down, basically on the contraction. Spend time in that dorsiflexion position, get a real nice stretch in the calves, because the way I see it, when we're walking about, we're constantly planting our feet into the floor, which is contracting. You're always contracting your calves, but you never really spend time in the lengthen range. So spend some time at the bottom, get good at that, and watch your calves blow up. I like really 12 to like 15 rep range in calves. I think it works really well. So 3 sets or 2 sets on that, and a drop set, get a good pump, and then we're fucking done. My battery's on low, so I don't know if this will record or not. Skip to a few hours later, my camera died during my session, luckily towards the end. The only thing that I didn't record was some ab work, so I did like an ab crunch machine on a superset of that with some leg raises, which was quite straightforward, quite easy, so yeah, didn't really miss out too much at the end there. Anyway, so I'm off to get a sunbed. Came home, ate my post-workout, had a I took the dog for a walk, had a shower, now getting a sunbed. So I do get sunbeds still in my off season. Normally I would get them in just contest prep, just so I can be a little darker, so when I do put like a stage tan on, you know, it looks more natural, instead of me going from a pale pasty white boy to a really dark tan. So yeah, do that twice a week at the moment. I'm doing 13 minutes each, so 26 minutes in total, which is quite a lot, I'll be honest with you, but it makes me feel good. It brings out, you know, a little bit more confidence in me. I am a confident person, but you know, by all means, in my off season, when these cheeks get fatter and my stomach gets bigger, I don't like the way that I look. So little things like this do help to,
you know, make me feel somewhat better. The only thing I'm always going to say to you guys, if you are using Sunbeds, and you are using them to the point, you know, like me, over 25 minutes a week, which is quite a lot, just make sure you use some sun lotion. Just some sun lotion. This is factor 15. Just put it on before I go on my sunbed, so I have a shower, exfoliate, put some sun cream on, just to protect your skin, because you don't want to be fucking looking like, you know, you see them really old people with like really tanned, like old skin. You don't want to end up like that just because of the sunbed. So just always look after yourself. That's the only thing I would say. By all means, you know, use sunbeds, but just same with everything in life. Just be cautious. That's all I would say. So that's what I do. I moisturize in the morning, in the evening time, and then I will also, if I do use a sunbed, I will put some sun cream on that particular day as well. So just, yeah, looking after the skin. Anyway, waffling. We'll see you on the sunbed. Will we though? That's a bit weird because I get on there naked. On that note, me and the boy are gonna love you and leave you. We're back to uploading every 2 days now. I'm feeling probably this morning today, which is the 13th, is it the 13th? Yeah, the 13th, Thursday. Probably the best I've felt in this year so far, which is good. So hopefully I'm over the COVID situation now. We can just get back onto the grind. In my next video, I'm going to be announcing the shows that I will be competing at this year and when I'll be starting prep and what my plan of action is. So make sure you look out for that at some point over the weekend. I'm also recording the next podcast on Saturday evening, so that will be live on Sunday as well. So there's so much content coming, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as what I am. It's time to level up. It's time to take all of this to that next level now, and it's very exciting. And I can say it every video, I'm gonna say it until I get fucking bored of it. I'm buzzing. I'm bringing it this year. So lots of love. What can we comment down below if you've watched the whole thing? I don't know. Carton of orange? Orange? I don't know. Lots of love, and I shall see you guys in the next one.
Look. I'm a London scammer. Yeah. I see it, I want it, I click it. Nights in the bando, pirates whipping. Next day, man started clicking. No boo, I'm waitress tipping. Bad beat, come and take this stinking. Codeine, that's what I'm sipping. Money, that's what I'm missing. Look, I'm a London scammer. I see it, I want it, I click it. Nights in the bando, pirates whipping. Next day, man started clicking. No boo, I'm waitress tipping. Bad beat, come and take this stinking.